गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सभी स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित हैं। सो एज यू सी ऑन द स्क्रीन, टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ एंड द पॉलिटिकल crisis in Maharashtra, which has given rise to the question whether Shiv Sena rebels can avoid disqualification under the anti-defection law. So herein we'll discuss four broad points: what is the law and the exception, how the courts have ruled it, the two-third rule, and the disqualification notices. So let's get started. So what is the law and the exception? See, under the disqualification law, a member of legislature, please listen to this carefully, there are two conditions under which a member of legislature can be disqualified. The first being if he or she has voluntarily given up the membership of their political party, and the second is if he or she votes or abstains from voting in the house contrary to any direction issued by their party or any person or authority authorized by the party. So I hope these two conditions are clear. Now there is a provision to protect. What is the exception to this law? So there is a provision to protect such legislatures from disqualification if two-third of the members they agree to a merger with another party, they will not be disqualified. So under the 91st Constitutional Amendment Act in 2003, the exemption from disqualification if one-third of the member form separate group, the rule prior to the amendment was removed. Okay. Now how the courts have ruled this? Okay, so there are two things. In February this year, the High Court at Goa held that 10 Congress MLAs and two MGP MLAs who had defected to BJP in 2019 are exempted from disqualification, and held that a merger of this group of Congress MLAs is deemed to be a merger of the original political party with the BJP. Okay, and the second case is in the Rajendra Singh Rana versus Swami Prasad Maurya case in 2007. A constitution bench of Supreme Court, it interpreted the term voluntarily giving up membership of a political party and held that a person may be said to have voluntarily given up the membership of the original party even though he or she has not tendered resignation from membership of the party, and that an interference can be drawn from the conduct of members. So I hope this is making sense to you. Now the next thing is, what is the two-third rule? So some experts they believe that even if two-third legislators have broken away, they will be protected from disqualification only if they merge with another party or become a separate group in the legislature. So senior advocate Devdutt Kamath, representing Shiv Sena, said that until MLA's rebel camp merges with another party, disqualification under the anti-defection law will still apply to them. He said that there are court judgments including the Ravi Naik case in 1994 in the Supreme Court which held this view. Now senior advocate Shri Hari Ane, he is a former Advocate General of Maharashtra, said that there are debatable positions about the anti-defection law. So various courts have passed verdicts as per specific facts of the case, and he is of the view that Ekant Shinde faction has already crossed the two-third mark, and thus they cannot be subjected under the law, and they were protected from the anti-defection law. So they were entitled to be identified as separate group in the house and to participate in the proceedings. Now the next thing is the disqualification notices. So yeah, sorry, I just forgot to mention the content. Yeah, so disqualification notices, it's actually another issue that has arisen, is whether disqualification notices served on 16 rebel MLAs can stand the scrutiny of law. So experts say that as per Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, disqualification on the grounds of defection rules and other stipulations, the deputy speaker's decision cannot be upheld. And they said that in his opinions the notices disqualifying some MLAs were void. So the orders were premised on the ground that those MLAs they did not attend the official meeting and they did not adhere to the whip. So that is what NA said about these disqualification notices. So yeah, I guess that's it for the day. I hope you understood what is the crisis in Maharashtra and specifically what is the anti-defection law. Please tell me in the comment section below under which schedule of the constitution is anti-defection law kept. Okay, So that's it for the day. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care and have a nice day.